this will help you find the components of a vector. First of all, let's look at some vectors and some terminology. Here's my vector. The starting point is also called the initial point, and this one heads to the right and up if I consider the right triangle here until it reaches the terminal point. That's the finishing point. You can see some other vectors: initial point, terminal point. This one heads to the right and down. Initial point, terminal point. This one's heading left and up. Here's my last situation. It's heading left and down. Initial point, terminal point. Let's keep that in mind as we try our problem here. We've been given an initial point, so that's where the vector starts. And the terminal point, this is where it ends. And the question that is being asked of us is to find the components of the vector. That just means if I start at -1 and I move to 6, have I moved left or right? Well, consider graph paper. We have moved right. And then the second part of the question is, how far to the right? Well, from -1 to 6 is 7 units. That's the first part of our vector when it says find the components. The x component, how much left or right? And then we need to do the y components. So if it starts at 3 and it goes to 1, we can see it went down, and it went down by 2, and the downward direction would be considered negative, and that would be your y component. Here is our vector in component form.